So this is the second generation of my remote control lawnmower. You can see the front casters are different now. These are pneumatic casters from Harbor Freight, and instead of bolting them on, I kind of had a friend of mine do some welding. He did pretty much a lot of welding on my mower here. He made me this nice bracket for the alternator, which is kind of cool. Another friend gave me this alternator. It's from a Kubota generator. The motor mounting's a little bit different too. I made some brackets and we welded some pieces of metal to screw the brackets to, so that's much lighter. The tires are different. The tires come from Tractor Supply, but since the motor shafts are like 17 millimeter, I had to make adapter plates to make them fit the wheelchair motors. This is the lawnmower throttle servo that controls the speed of the gas motor in it. And when I push the throttle forward, it brings the throttle up. Pull it back, it reduces the throttle. This is the motor kill servo. So if I lose RC control to the mower, it'll actually kill the mower. And also I can just stop the gas engine just like this. I put these LED blinker sticks on. There was 2 of them at one time, but I lost one to a bush on the side of my lawn. This is the video subsystem for the FPV camera that allows me to look at what the lawnmower sees through my Fat Shark FPV goggles. I also have a little monitor that's mounted to the remote control unit, so I don't need the goggles all the time. I can look at what the mower sees in the monitor. Over on this side you can see the main 60 amp circuit breaker. If that pops, it'll save the battery and save all the wiring. On the control box itself, that's the main disconnect for all the 60 amp power that goes to the motor control board and the rest of the circuitry there. Well, on the front I've got the circuit breaker for the 12 volts. It's like 12 volts at 10 amp circuit breaker. That's the main power on. I turn the main circuit breaker on, hit that. That turns the power on to everything. That's 12 volt power, that's 5 volt power, and that's motor power. I've got that little 12 volt meter there, and it's even got a little USB plug, so if I wanted to charge my phone while I'm mowing the lawn, well, I can do that too. This is what the inside of the control box looks like. That's the motor control board and the RC control unit up top. There's some relays, a relay for the motor power, a relay for the rest of the power in the unit, and also some RC controlled relays to shut certain things on and off. It's not the neatest design I've ever done, and it's just a prototype. And I suppose if I was going to do this for real, I'd make a PCB. But for now, all this point-to-point wiring is tucked away safely inside this box. It's got fans and filters, and that's the indicator that tells me whether there's power to the motor control board. And I can control that from here. Turn it off and turn it on. If I want to just stop the motor, the wheelchair motors just like that. So it's a nice little package, and I'll probably put my schematic for the control system up at the end of this video so you can see. You just pause at the end and you'll be able to maybe take a screenshot of it and see what it did. Overall, I think it's a much better design than my first pass at it, and kind of happy with it. Does a great job mowing the lawn. The height of the cut is adjustable by me regulating the air pressure in the tires. So if I want a lower cut, I'll just lower the air pressure in the tires, the back tires.